This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Double honors are definitely due unto the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the elders and bishops who rule well. Salutations, peace and blessings to the Bayafta Wadah, which is the house of David, the election. I'm Shamar with the Men of Valor South Carolina Camp, here with a quick hit. Okay, going into Joel's, the 3rd chapter and the 10th verse, which I'll read again. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. In other words, stop investing in your agricultural spending, for example, and pour everything into your military spending. Okay, focus on defense. All right. Why? Because we're in a time of the third world coming quickly, World War III. Okay. It says, let the weak say, I am strong. Right. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, we're witnessing it right now. I mean, these prophecies are speaking, you know. Now, one of the countries that's making a lot of noise again, you know, which, look, the bulk of the destruction is going to be done by Gog and Magog, a.k.a. Russia, all right, and Moab, a.k.a. China, all right, along with, you know, the Carmanians, you know, Iran, the Dragons of Arabia, okay, countries like Iraq, Saudi Arabia, you know, Yemen, all right, and even the EU powers will play a significant role in this horror's destruction, okay, in America's destruction, all right. Yeah, the EU powers, man, the 10 horns, okay. They're going to launch missiles. You know, those nations who have always been confederate with America. All right, they're going to break away. Okay, the whole world is gonna you know, target America according to Bible prophecy. All right. And yes, North Korea will play a role. They're the weak, man. You know, they're the weak. Now, I mean, if you go and study, you know, just go look at you know, take their population, for example. You know, there's only 25 million people roughly in North Korea. You know, compare that to Babylon, compare that to Russia, right? They would be considered weaklings, man. All right. In terms of their military spending, you know, their defense budget, it's $3.6 billion. Compare that with the hammer of the whole earth, okay, which is America. Okay. Compare that to over $700 billion a year. So this North Korea is weak, man. This is an example of a weakling rising up and saying they're strong. All right. This is a perfect, you know, North Korea is a perfect example. And again, they're making noise over the last few days. You know, you can see the headlines, right? The CNN headline right here: North Korea boasts of shaking the world by testing missiles that can strike the U.S. You know, you gotta understand, Lord Rothschild, all right, the Duke of Edom, okay, he doesn't have a central bank in North Korea. Okay, so there's a lot of demonization of North Korea. Okay, they're just the same way they're demonizing Iran. The thing is, Iran has a very powerful military. So, you know, what do? You demonize these countries. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is all Bible prophecy. North Korea will launch whatever they got. All right? They'll launch whatever they have. Remember, John the Revelator saw 200,000. Okay? You go into Revelation, the 9th chapter. Hold on. Matter of fact, since I brought it up, let's just read it. John the Revelator, from the Isle of Patmos, he saw He saw these things coming, man. All right, which he referred to them as horsemen. All right, Revelation, the 9th chapter, in the 16th verse, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. Okay, then he goes on to describe the ICBMs, man, the intercontinental ballistic missile. What the hell is wrong with you Israelites out here who don't believe that ICBMs are coming, man? The Lord's not dealing with anyone who doesn't believe that the ICBMs are on their way, man. Okay? So, yeah, again, you see the headline from CNN. North Korea boasts of shaking the world by testing missiles that can strike the U.S. Well, eventually, they will. Eventually, they will. And other weak nations will rise up and are rising up saying they're strong too. Joel chapter 3 and verse 10, one more time. Beat your plowshares into swords and pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right? And ultimately, all these nations are going to wind up in the valley of Yehoshaphat. It tells you that later on in this chapter, and be destroyed. Okay? And be utterly destroyed. So that's all I got. Keep your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears open. Stay vigilant. Stay prayed up. Stay watchful. Lord willing, I don't want to result you was edified through the Spirit. With that, I want to say shalom.